Hi, my name is Tom Gill. I'm a chartered professional accountant, a father of three, and I have a lovely wife. I've got two things that work for me. One is when I'm having a bad day, I like coming into my man cave, uh, and we're sitting here today. It's really soothing and it allows me to kind of chance to relax and get away from everyone. It's my private area, my private room. I do share it, but certainly it does give me a lot of peace and quietness in terms of me being able to come back and sort out my feelings. I have a ritual that I do every morning. I go for an hour and a half walk in the morning, and that cool breeze really permits me to think about issues that I may have, and it gives me a chance to do some meditation at the same time. So it's really important to me that morning AM walk. If I don't have that walk in the morning, you know what, I just don't feel the same. It doesn't give me that edge, and I think that many times when I have that hour and a half walk in the morning, really does permit me to really do some soul searching. I think that when you're looking at Surrey and looking at the context of who our population is, what our demographics are, it's uniquely different. We have an ability to create a new downtown core, which we are, and I find it very exciting. I think that this is probably the only city in North America that really can achieve the status of a new downtown core, and that's something I'm very excited to do and work with our community to achieve. My earliest childhood memories, and my mom used to dress me up in really fine clothing, uh, with a suit and a tie in some cases, and I always remember being impeccably dressed, and I think that was due to my mother's wishes, but that's something that consistently comes to my mind. When I was a young man or young kid, you know what, I always had this fascination with drawing, and not conventional drawing, but drawing houses. And I always thought that one day I'd become an architect or a designer. That was something that you know was within me, and you know what, I couldn't draw for beans or anything that was uh, a landscape or anything like that. But certainly when it came to kind of designing a house or a building, I had some fascination with being able to kind of draw those elements. My father passed away at 57, and my regrets are that I don't think I spent enough time with my father. I understood my father more so after he passed away versus better understanding him prior to that. And I think that what was quite surprising to me is that many of my father's friends shared many stories with me post his death. And I didn't realize some of the significant impacts that he made to the community, and some of the contributions he made. He was quite um, quiet on those ends in terms of some of the community impacts that he made, and they were quite significant. I think that my dad had gone into bankruptcy in more than one occasion in his life, and I think that the hardship that was felt in the family was quite severe. I think that my dad was an entrepreneurial individual, very entrepreneurial in many aspects. But again, I think that when I reflect on the hard times, they were quite hard. I think my biggest fear in life is not being able to provide for my family. There's no question that was a fear that was a derivative of when my father went into bankruptcy, and I think that those fears really did have an impact on my life, and how I position my life in both my professional career and really how I do my investments, and how I work with my family in terms of the family home we have, and any of the investments that we make in the kids in terms of education or sports. Those are really important values to me. What makes me feel safe is hearing my kids laugh and play, make noise, um, makes the house live. Um, it's important to me that the kids experience good things in life, uh, experience hardships. I think that I think that what really makes a man is experiencing hardship and being able to rise from adversity, and being able to overcome adversity, and be able to contribute to the community in a positive manner and being able to share your stories. Imagine our city embracing youth. Imagine our city giving youth every opportunity. Imagine our city having youth play a vital role.